welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Friday, January 12th, 2023. Let's go to South Africa, where day 2 takes place of Israel's genocide case. Israel began its defense today against South Africa's allegation that the war with Hamas amounts to genocide against Palestinians. Israel strongly denies the claim, and a lawyer in the International Court of Justice courtroom said people were, quote unquote, weaponizing the term genocide. Although the case is likely to take years to resolve, South Africa is asking the ICJ to order an immediate suspension of Israel's military campaign in the Gaza Strip. The October 7th Hamas attack from Gaza into southern Israel that triggered the war. Israel's air, ground, and sea assault in Gaza has killed more than 23,000 people, and about 70% of them are women and children. In the past, Israel has ignored international tribunals and United Nations investigations, saying that they're unfair and biased. This comes as a surprise to the world how serious they have regarded this case. Israeli leaders have taken the rare step of sending a legal team to the ICJ to defend their reputation. Those in South Africa, let us know on what you think, and also if you're surprised that Israel has taken this also seriously. Let's go to Comoros, where they anticipate voting tomorrow for presidential elections. Comoros will vote in this weekend in an election that is expected to bring a fourth term to incumbent President Azali Assoumani. Nearly 340,000 people are eligible to vote in the country of less than 1 million. Assoumani will face off against 5 other candidates. Other opposition leaders have called for a boycott of the election, accusing the Electoral Commission of favoring the ruling party. The Electoral Commission has denied this and said that the election will be transparent. The Comoros Island have had 20 coup or attempted coups since independence from France back in 1975. Under the new system, Assoumani would be required to step down in 2029 if he wins again. Those in Comoros, let us know on if you are one of the registered voters and how you're going to vote. If you're going to vote for the incumbent or any of the other 5 candidates. Let's go to Cabo Verde, where they announced that the country is malaria-free. The World Health Organization, known as the WHO, has certified Cabo Verde as malaria-free. This now has Cabo Verde joining 43 other countries and 1 territory that has been awarded this certification. Cabo Verde is the 3rd country in Africa to be certified as malaria-free. The other 2 are Mauritius and Algeria, which were certified back in 1973 and 2019. Malaria burden is the highest on the African continent, which accounts for approximately 95% of the global malaria cases and 96% of related deaths back in 2021. The certification of malaria-free is granted when a country has shown rigorous and credible evidence that the chain of malaria transmission by mosquitoes has been interrupted nationwide for at least 3 consecutive years. A country must also demonstrate the capacity to prevent the reestablishment of transmission. Cabo Verde is an archipelago of 10 islands off the west coast of Africa and the Atlantic. It has faced significant malaria challenges in the past. Since the last peak of malaria cases in the late 1980s, malaria in Cabo Verde has been confined to 2 islands, Santiago and Boa Vista, both of which have been malaria-free since 2017. The final decision on awarding a country of malaria-free certification rests with the Director General of the World Health Organization. That person happens to be Tedros Ghebreyesus, an Ethiopian microbiologist and the first African to hold the position. Those in Cabo Verde, let us know your thoughts on being certified malaria-free. Congratulations from Kush News on to you guys. You know, this gives Kush News another reason why to visit your guys' island nation. Let's go to the Caribbean. and end it there. We go to the Barbados, where they hold the strongest passport in the Caribbean. Barbados' passport is number 1 in the Caribbean and is positioned globally at number 22 with visa-free access to 165 countries. This is according to a recent report on global passports. In the Caribbean region, here are top 10 strongest passports. Number 1, Barbados. Number 2, the Bahamas. Number 3, St. Kitts and Nevis. Number 4, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Number 5, Antigua and Barbuda. Number 6, Trinidad and Tobago. Number 7, Grenada. Number 8, St. Lucia. Number 9, Dominica. And number 10, Belize. Those in Barbados, congratulations, having the strongest passports, especially a couple years after you guys freed yourself from English rule. How does that feel? Must feel pretty awesome, huh? Because got the strongest passports. Well done. When we come back, we'll have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere. This year, don't risk your life trying to get their merchandise. Make it different. Visit www.mccadero.com and have the merchandise delivered directly to you. Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from Swahili. What's going on? How you guys doing over there? And it reads, much wealth brings many enemies. Once again, much wealth brings many enemies. Swahili proverb. Absolutely. How does that Drake song go?
Sorry if I'm way less friendly. I got niggas trying to end me. Oh,
that one. Yeah, it's absolutely true. I mean, it's because wealth is not just fiat currency that those are used to in the Western hemisphere of the globe. Fiat currency meaning like paper money, but can also mean resources as well, natural and man-made resources. For instance, oil. Right, that's a lot of wealth. Of course, the gemstones, diamond, gold, emerald, rubies, and then of course the man-made resources as well. For instance, vehicles. You know, you could have a lot of vehicles and have enemies. You could have a lot of homes, and that's a resource, and that's a lot of enemies. So, you know, be cautious of that. But this is just like anything else. I think most people forget that human beings are just naturally, territorial. So when they feel that you have something that they feel that they cannot achieve themselves, it's going to bring a concern to that other human being. So you do things to try to be as diplomatic as you can, or you just don't care because you're ready for whatever the unnecessary is. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make it your best friend. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.